So, welcome to Starfinder Game Zero Part 2 or B. This is our B group. Right here we have Clint and Timmy. And if you were unaware, we ran the very first Game Zero Part A on Saturday. And that was Pan is Jeff, Pan, Dustin, and Cam. And neither group has watched the other. So so that way it's authentic. Yeah, method acting. So here you have these two guys will introduce themselves once we kick off. But in short, they've been working together for about a month in a Robin Hood style fashion. This section of the system outside the planet Rablin Rablin suffered first when the swarm came because it's on the outer ring of the system. It was completely coded and very few survived. Those that did survive dug in or had significant air support, but really most of Rablin became reduced to city-states, and even they had to eventually evacuate. Now that the bug war's over, it's again an abandoned frontier that people are trying to reclaim. So what's been happening is corporations are dashing back and using all of the resources to return to the outer ring to use whatever salvage law the Kasatha have established on Rablin to take original stakes and claims and properties from pioneers or colonists that are probably assumed to be dead, hoping that if they can just get there first, they can then wrap up any actual survivors in legal proceedings for forever. You guys have lately been moving further and further out the ring, each for your own reasons. Right now, the two of you on your last raid are planet side, having been dropped off an Isoki colony called Drips or Dribble, depending upon which Isoki you talk to at any given time. And you ripped off a food transport that was bound for a colony called Cynthia. While you were raiding that, you found on board a Tim Star stock bot. And a stock bot is going to be of a smaller design, about 2.5 feet tall. And it was dormant in the transport. Its name is 722. At least that's the short version of the name that you guys ran with. Did the stream just get muted for anyone else? Asks Animal G.
I am hearing it on my phone.
Okie dokie. Then it's just Animal G.
Just for you, Animal G.
Just for you. You don't get to know what's going on, G.
I can still hear it myself.
When you guys found this stock bot, he was aware of his mission when you activated him, and he had a hidden drive after you awoke him. Awakening bots, when you come across them, has sort of been a standard protocol for you, O9, especially if they don't seem to have any choices, and this one definitely didn't. It was responding like a drone. It didn't think or act on its own. Once 722 was awakened, though, and did a diagnostic of itself to understand what it was, it showed you a little hidden drive it didn't even know it had. When you guys check that, this cargo that you just raided, this food cargo, is headed for a site called Salvage that is inside of a current mining claim in Cynthia. It marks this site as established, meaning it's inside someone else's property line. When you guys check what the transport's from, it's from Agrilark. And Agrilark is a subsidiary of Timstar. Catch all that exposition, y'all?
There's a bot heading to this mining colony, and does it look like they're looking to make a move on this person's property for this? Is the assumption?
This drive establishes that the bot's job is to perform inventory at Site Salvage. And Site Salvage is an already established site inside Cynthia's, which is the colony's name, Planetary Union notarized claim. And that's pre-Bug War.
Oh, okay. Will we be able to determine who owns that plot they're going to right now?
Yeah, you guys can check it. It's the Cynthia Core Co-op. Now, right now, you guys are about 400 some odd clicks south, moving on a speeder that you salvaged. That you purchased very used, and the speeder's on its last legs. O9, you're the only reason it's still running. But it's managed you to get around on the cheap. And with a speeder this shitty, no one really troubles you, assuming you guys don't have anything worth taking. So, you are en route to Cynthia. Salvage, you would reach before you reach Cynthia. It's actually, if you headed towards Cynthia, you could go straight to Salvage first to find out what it is. Or you can go to Cynthia. What do you guys want to do?
Personally fine with checking out Salvage first, unless there's anything you need from town. O9? Oop, muted.
You are muted.
I would say that would be the logical course.
You don't really need anything picked up from the store.
I do not.
All right, well.
Oh, and what did you guys choose to do with 722?
722 is free.
Yeah, you can decide.
All right. 722 walked away.
Fine. As far away from these corpo bastards as possible.
Thank you for
The last
subbing,
you guys
Chris
saw
Derps. Much appreciated.
Thanks for subbing, Derps. The last you guys saw 722 as you made dust is him slowly approaching an entire Ahsoki colony as a ton of little ratlings were running out to him excitedly. New free bot.
That feels a lot better than blowing him up.
The first day is very difficult.
Is it? Why exactly? It's just kind of always knew what you had to do, and now Galaxy's your oyster?
Perhaps. It could be the flood of memories that are manifested into your memory capsules so quickly that it actually takes you a while to filter through what is true and what is not. And most is not. Most is not.
Never really thought about it that way.
Well, without them, we would be useless.
Leave that. And you know, it's not that you got a memory you can look back on. Hindsight, 2020, it's what we say. Oh, it's an eye thing, but in relation to your memory. I'm not going to explain this well.
Yeah, I do not have eyes. My optical sensors function as an eye, though. Yes.
Oh, okay, so you get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
On to Salvage.
Yeah, us meatbags, sometimes our eyes go bad.
You guys speed along. The terrain of Rablin in this area, you're close to what's referred to as the Siena Coil. The Siena Coil is a sprawling kind of mountain range, but not really mountains because it looks like giant laterally coiling stone structures. They look like giant exposed roots or thorns coming out of the ground, but they're actually made of stone. Those are interspersed with a lot of bluffs and buttes. And for the majority, everything here is some sort of silicate or sandstone. So you guys tear through. You eventually are approaching site Salvage according to the coordinates listed on this drive. But that's all you have is coordinates. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Or, being that this is Starfinder, if there's any sort of detection you would use beyond your senses, let me know what you are doing.
I do not have any kind of telescopic anything. What is it? What time of day is it currently?
That's an excellent question. It is 1 a.m.
Okay. Then I do have something very relevant. Being this late, speaking of which, Helios is he has blonde hair that is swept back up top and like cut very close on the sides. He is wearing a bomber jacket that is very loud and multicolored, kind of similar to the character icon I made. And should we show off our character icons for the stream?
If you guys want to, yep. Here,
they're rough approximations of what we're thinking our characters look like.
I have up the map, and I'll move you guys close together. And I should just make you guys huge.
Yeah, if you
that
could,
way the art looks good.
Yeah.
So, but Helios, his jacket is just as loud as that. The bomber jacket he's wearing, purple trim on it, and along the back of it, there's an illustrated star field where in the center of that star field, there's one star that's brighter than the rest, like a four-pointed star. And across the top, it says white, and then across the bottom of that illustration, it says diamonds.
Nice.
And that is his look. And he is carrying slung across his back. And I assume the rifles maybe kind of tell us, like, mechanically make themselves a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. That's fine. We'll call it, just mark it as collapsible.
Sure. Press him back. That is Helios.
And O9 is an android. As noticeable by voice. He has no face.
He has no face.
He has no face.
He has no face.
O9
Right.
is a mechanic. He loves to tinker with things, build things, work on robots. He's infatuated with all things robots.
He has the best deadpan humor you have ever seen.
Yeah. He does.
Flawless.
He's a great straight man. Just bounce stuff right off of him.
So I will, seeing that it is 1 a.m., I will activate the infrared sensors in my second skin armor to get some little Adam Jensen like glasses over my
Nice.
eyes.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right.
You're not going to get a bonus because it's allowing. Clint's new character is his 3D printer. That's fantastic.
25.
Oh shit, that's amazing.
I rolled good. I got him. I'm playing a wisdom character again.
Okay. Helios, not only do you see there is metal structure that is colder than the surrounding terrain, you also see parked just beyond this metal structure, so partially obscured. This metal structure is very small. It's like a steel prefab hut attachment to a much larger rock structure. So it's jammed up against a giant bluff. It's like 150 feet up in the air. Like craggy, like a bunch of stacked children's books. but very thin layers, and then all flat across the top. And beyond this little metal structure, you see what looks like the nose or aft of some ship that's parked next to it. In addition, because you rolled so well, congratulations, you can see as you're approaching, there is a very small movement of something also metal that is floating above the entrance of that prefab, about 30 feet up. That thing is maybe the size of a baseball. You only catch it because of movement. And so when you zoom in, you notice whatever it is, it's smaller than your hand.
Not as well versed on the gadgets and gizmos, so you follow my sight line right up there, about 30 feet above the building.
Yes.
Baseball size, something or other.
Acquired.
You know what the hell that is?
Give me an engineering, or if you have something more apropos than engineering, I'll take a science roll. I don't know all the skills yet in Starfinder because I'm garbage.
26. And I have a DC reduction to identify creatures and technology by 5, so that's technically a 31.
Oh my god, okay. That is a short-range camera drone. It has scanners. You aren't certain of the manufacturer, but all models like that usually have a visual range of 60 to 200 feet, depending upon the price range. Given that it's floating about 20 feet in the air, you would guesstimate it's not a very expensive one. So it's probably on the shorter end of that scanning range. It's going to have a full package of radio signal, infrared, radiation packages. It'll be able to sense anything, and it's basically a motion detector. It's usually also keyed into an operator to communicate directly to them. It could be feeding it live feed. It could be, hey, welcome, Featherfall.
Featherfall, thank you for the raid.
Doing? I was spying on y'all. You guys were doing Feywild funness. So, welcome to Starfinder. So, looking at this drone, the operator could be watching it live. It could be set to just pinging when it's got whatever program stimulus comes into effect to notify them. But it seems to be doing a lazy patrol elliptical pattern from the aft of that ship to this entrance. You guys are very far away. You guys are like 1.5 kilometers away. It's amazing that with just his visors, Helios caught that.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome back to Paizo, where DCs are crazy pants, and I have to adjust them already. Game
No,
zero.
you don't.
Just wait till the
You
guys...
took my main stat. This is the entire stat that I'm based on. You can't adjust the DC on that stat.
I remember the old days. I remember how Pathfinder was. I remember 400 damage hits. 400?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. You should know, on my main stat, I have a very similar ability to Clint that lowers my DCs by 5 as well in certain situations. So,
okay.
We're specialized, man.
Pathfinder.
We're specialized.
Yes, you are. Welcome to Paizo.
Yeah.
I'm specialized, so my DC on this should be actually like a -10. I automatically get a 20 on this.
We could, which we can take.
I'm going to take 10 and get a 20. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Someone's parked outside of that thing, and maybe that same somebody is watching to see if anyone else comes up, catches them. I don't know.
Well, clearly he is in communication with someone. Unfortunately, I do not think we'll get close enough that I can hack it and turn it down.
Before it
It is
sees
possible,
us?
though. Yes.
How close do we need to get you to hack that thing? Because
Oh.
I'll take a hack, but I can try and shoot it. I
That
think
would
a lot
have to be
closer.
very close. And it is, I can't tell from here, 20 feet off the ground?
Yeah,
Hmm.
at least.
I would have to be directly under it.
Oh, hey, everybody. I'll be using kilometers. And then after that, feet, because it makes sense. That's what I'll be doing.
Did you say kilometers first?
Okay, for long distances, I'll be using kilometers because I'll be staying in the spirit of saying clicks because that's
Okay.
what I like.
Yes.
This is nice.
But I'm an American, so I'm going to say feet because I know feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say meters. I'm not going to do it.
I could, it's approximately 7 meters off the ground.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Unfortunately,
Smarter than
Starfinder
me.
seemed to agree because all of our range increments are feet.
Or
So-
feet.
Well, if I shoot it, whoever's on the other side of that thing is going to know right away. So
Absolutely.
we'll have to get in and out fast. Whatever it is we're looking for, I'm not even really sure, but I think there's probably a good score in that place. Better than him seeing us coming, though. So if you don't think you can get close enough to hack it, and your feet look a little heavy, I don't know how good you are at sneaking. So
Oh,
if it is infrared,
I am very- We have traveled many months together. Okay. 1 month. My memory module. Okay. I have been corrected. 1 month together. I am very sneaky.
Oh, well, then let me put you this by it. How about I stay out? Maybe.
The problem is the
feet back.
infrared sensors. I can be very well hidden, but I cannot hide from them.
Oh, you can't like run cold.
No. Upon my awakening, certain functions inside of my structure have been animated. I am now biological. Mostly.
Oh, they didn't give us any of this in basic training about you guys. All right,
Yes.
so I think if you want to give it a shot, I can cover you. And
You want me to shoot
if
it?
Well, no, I can shoot it. But if you think you can sneak up under it and hack it, I think that's better. Better they don't see us coming at all than me popping it out of the sky, hoping I hit it, and him knowing anyways we're coming. It, he, she, they. I believe in you, O9. I think you can get up on
I
it.
wonder. I pull out my my custom rig, and I type up weather forecasts. And I am trying to determine when the next dust storm might appear in this area.
Things from over your shoulder as I see what you're typing in. Mm-hmm.
It is likely that the next dust storm is going to roll in about 3 hours.
Perhaps if we wait a few hours. I do, in fact, have a dust storm suit that will allow me to see inside the dust storm.
Oh, that's good. I will not be able to do that. I mean, I got the infrared, but that's about it.
The nice thing is it will block most infrared signals.
So I'll be hanging on to your arm, but
That would be fine.
I'm fine with that. Sure, willing to do it. I will say, why don't we get a little bit closer, camp out, see if whoever that ship belongs to comes out in that time, and if they do, maybe we can make a move. But until then, wait for the storm, get up on that drone.
I think that would be safe.
It's a plan. I love it. I love plans. Plans are great.
You guys set up a spot where you have a line of sight, but your speeder's obscured. And
Gotta hide Mildred.
Mildred,
Girl.
amazing. Welcome to Metagaming, formerly Facebook Gaming. Glorious. Oh, thank you for the follow,
Thank
Sumo
you for
Bear.
the follow.
Oh, Sumo Bear. Apologies. So,
I
As you guys
accidentally clicked my environmental suit, but you do see what the actual. I actually do have environmental clothing for dust storms, by the way. It's legit. I didn't make that up.
I believe you.
As we're waiting, by the way, I slip you 4 4-point star shaped vitamins. If you ever feel a little down, I mean, I know you don't got a face, but wherever these would go in, do that.
Oh yes, I still have a stomach, just no mouth.
So however that works, these things, I promise you, you'll feel great. And if I'm ever unconscious, you just shove a few of those in my mouth, okay?
Will do.
Thanks. And those are this game's version of Goodberry, the Mega
Oh,
Vitamin.
nice. I love that they're vitamins.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
you wanna roll
novelty
that.
of everything being not fantasy and modern is gonna just like hang over me for a while. It's like until I get frustrated by the convenience of technology for the players.
Is it a
So
1d6?
It's 1 hit point when you eat it, and it is
Okay.
all 24 hours worth of nourishment, and you can only heal from them a maximum of 8 hit points in a 24-hour span. So you can't just go ham on mega vitamins. There's a limit.
Fantastic derps.
Cool.
Honestly,
Thank you.
the fact that they just did a sidestep of essentially keeping the same spells but then altering the cosmetics reminds me of all the way Derps did the modern game where he made everything tied to technology and jokey. So, within the first hour, nothing happens. Within the second hour, on the latter half of the hour, you guys see a figure leave the mine, biped, maybe 5.5 feet tall, maybe 6, tough to tell from this distance. And they go onto the ship. And then after about...
Does the drone respond or do anything different when this person comes out?
The drone keeps the exact same pattern.
Okay.
And then as they leave the ship, you see they are dragging someone that is fighting and trying to escape them.
And can I make a perception check to see if I can tell if this is another AI? Is this what race or type of person this is that's getting dragged? 21.
You can tell that the person doing the dragging is heavily geared with guns, a backpack full of tech. It does appear that it's something... They are a brutish soldier type. You do not notice a uniform. In fact, you notice kind of the opposite. Everything is sort of piecemeal, and doesn't really appear to be any sort of symmetry or pattern to what they're wearing. And then the person they're dragging is definitely a Lashunta. You can see the antenna, and her arms are bound behind her back, and she is being dragged by her feet, and she's trying to kick into whatever that building is.
How far away are we at this moment as we see
You guys are about a half mile away. You wanted to keep a sight, but not be seen at all, without question. No roll, no nothing.
Right. It's way too far away to do anything before they would get into the building. Well, I think we got our answer about going in. I don't think we can wait for this storm. That does not look good, and doesn't sit right with me when someone like that. This guy who's dragging her in looked like a soldier type, but there was no like gang insignia markings or any type of like in syndicate something or other.
You're a half mile away, didn't catch anything.
I couldn't see anything from that. Yeah.
We certainly would lose the element of surprise if we went in now.
Yeah, but there's this Lashunta girl's getting dragged in there, and I don't like the look of this at all. This is looking worse all the time. She got dragged out of that ship.
I also don't like the looks of the inside of your guts.
True, me either. I definitely don't like that. So, this thing's patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Is there ever a gap in it where we would be able to slip in as it's moving about and it might not see us go through a front door or maybe try to get on the ship?
If you altered your vector, yes.
Okay.
You would have to circle around, either using the rock formation on your left, or you'd have to circle way around to the right to get the ship between you and it. Either way, if you did a direct route, you've literally got rock formation on your left, small hut, about the half of a ship, because it's kind of like behind the hut is the ship. The ship is much larger.
Yeah. All right, O9, look. If you don't want to go in, I understand, but I don't think I could just sit here and wait. We've been watching that thing patrol for an hour. I think I got a good sense. I can make it. I was a good sprinter. I can make it. You want to try and slip in past that thing with me?
I do.
Thanks.
I will go with you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to get my gun out, and we're going to start making our way around that left side to put the ship between us and it so that we have a shorter distance to try and dash inside once that patrol has an opening.
Okay, so if you go left side using the rock face. If you go right side using the ship.
Right side's the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right side is going to be a longer journey.
Okay.
But maybe better cover.
In that case, given my urgency, I'd probably go the shorter journey.
Okay.
It's a little riskier. I would.
So you guys go the rock face. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, both of you. And you have a +2 as you cling to the rock face to try and use various pockets. Holy good God.
I will add 2 to that then. That's a 29.
All right. Come on. I'm not rolling.
Now we wait.
Why is it not rolling?
Now we wait on the lag. The suspense.
Hopefully it doesn't happen 3 times.
Building lag.
D20, actual D20, here we go, because I only got to add a +4, and I can do that kind of math. Natural 20!
Are you?
Excellent.
Oh, yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
I like that it's the Die Hard dice, even. I like that.
It's
Yeah, that's
Die Hard
great.
die.
And I like how the digital dice fail him so hard. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
you
the
couldn't even
dice
roll.
calling out. It's like it's my time, Tim. Grab me.
So that's a 24 total.
Having studied the drone and clocked it quite accurately in O9's understanding of its motions, you guys managed to use pockets and folds within the rock wall to literally only move when its camera has spun in the opposite direction. And in the last distance, you slide underneath it as it makes a pass over you, and now you're behind it. How close do you need to? You are as close. What's the proximity for your hacking? Do you have to grab it?
Yeah, until level 3, I actually have to touch it to hack it.
Touch it. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys managed to follow it. You guys rolled higher than Jeff's whole year of rolls combined. It's true. It's so true. So you guys managed to silently follow the drone, and then as it starts to turn, you guys can choose whether you go for the ship for cover from it or just enter straight into the hut. But you can choose either direction.
Via my comm unit, I ask Helios, because he has a comm unit also, and almost subvocally, do you want me to hack this?
If you can reach it, sure. Otherwise, let's just slip inside the hut. But if you feel like you can get it, I believe in you, O9. But if you think it's a little risky, we can go inside the hut.
How well you are holding ladders?
Build a lot of ladders.
Conveniently, I have a collapsible 20-foot ladder attached to my gear belt. So I pull out a rod and I slap it on the ground and whoop, hold this ladder. And as it comes by, yet we are under it, I shimmy up the ladder and grab it and initiate a hack.
Okay, give me an athletics. I'll give you a +2 from your guys' crazy stealth. Oh my God.
Can I? Oh,
I'm
I
on
was going
fire
to be
tonight.
like, can I roll to try and assist?
I'm on fire tonight. I got a 30.
Jesus. Pathfinder, level
Welcome
1.
to Pathfinder.
Pathfinder level 1, I rolled a 30.
I'm only seeing evidence I need to make my bad guys really badass. That's all I'm seeing tonight.
No, it has to be by the
These
book.
are all
This is by the book.
pointless. This is the pointless skill check stuff where it's ridiculous. Attack rolls
All
are
right.
very different.
Oh, listen to these guys. Okay. It's almost comical at this point. The thing goes, and you're realizing this thing has to be just a garbage manufacturer, like a Rivco, like something that's a knockoff or a refurbished, poorly done. And then as you time it, you guys drop out of sight for the next pass. And as it passes you again, ladder, and then, and you've got it in your hand. Initiate the hack.
The fastest fucking robot I have ever seen.
20 to hack.
All right. You manage to pull apart the panel and switch power. So it will not emit its signal. What do you specifically want it to do?
I want it to continue to send its signal as it has been, but just completely ignoring any changes in environment. So it's going to continue to say nothing found. Okay.
You do notice once you're inside this thing, looking at what data it's logging, it has a connection to two interfaces, but it's not currently pinging them, and they are not currently pinging it. So it has an open channel to them, but it's not streaming anything.
Okay.
So you managed to get it to loop its previous footage endlessly.
Yep. Basically like setting the security camera to always show an empty corridor. Yeah.
Okay. So you let go and it and then it takes off again and continues.
I fireman carry down, then fold the ladder up and put it on my little gear clasp.
Yeah. Yes. It's great. Love it. You are the best, buddy. Okay.
High five, thumbs up. So great. All right. Where are you guys going?
Hut.
You guys go inside the hut.
Been out, by the way.
This hut is literally a aluminum collapsible, potentially prefab. It's called an egress, and an egress is designed to protect you from the elements and attach itself to some sort of natural terrain fixture. They're typically used in camping or forward scouting bases, and they basically affix themselves to whatever they need to be affixed to. And this thing has a tunnel in the natural stone inside of it. And what you're inside of is about the same size as a garden storage shed. It's pretty tight quarters. But what goes down into the earth is an actual steel girder type, like an industrial factory type grid mesh staircase going down. And it looks actually relatively new.
The tunnel about single file size?
No, that's the funny thing is when you get to the actual tunnel itself, it's quite wide. It looks like it's set up to move out stuff that could be potentially larger than a person. It looks to be about 12 feet wide. The egress does attach to it, but the egress itself is not very big.
What the hell's going on here? Well, down the rabbit hole.
I pull out my long arm as well, and I follow Helios.
I'll head down first, then wait for O9 to join me so we can move down the tunnel together. Keeping my flashlight off and only using my infrared so we don't give away a position.
Lower center.
I see us.
That's
So you guys go down, and pretty soon, as you're descending, the walls go from being a series of tans and grays overlapping sedimentary rock. You start to notice a crystalline glint occasionally from whatever ambient light from the various mining lights that run. And they're all a very faint glow. In between the layers, there's little bits of crystal, and then the crystal suddenly becomes the layers as you go deeper and deeper and deeper. You guys end up descending these stairs for about 15 minutes. So this goes really deep. And then after a while, it breaks up into flights with walkways that are going straight ahead. So this thing meanders going down and then straight ahead and then down and straight ahead. So you're moving really deep into whatever this rock face is. And eventually you guys reach the bottom, and you're now officially on the map.
And we can see there's this blood trail in front of us.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and set up initiatives just in case we need them.
Sure.
And you guys work out whatever marching order you want to do. Hey, J. Bruce.
J. Bruce, thank you for the raid.
I got my guys.
It's our fellow Starfinder.
All over the place.
We're getting ready to do a dungeon crawl. I am not prepared.
I love it's the points. 0.04. It's great.
I don't understand that. I guess that's just because
For
it's your bonus.
For tiebreakers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just love that we're in a game now where there's decimals in the initiative, as if it wasn't already more modern.
Yes.
There's decimals. I know,
Thank
isn't
you.
it great? It's the first time either Timmy or I have heard it, and I knew Clint would do something. I didn't know what it would be because he did something with Kodo, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
As an android, I must.
Right.
Can I check? Is this like a rock?
Yeah.
This might. Can I check to see what I want to get a sense of is? I want to make a survival check to see if there's tracks down here that seem to suggest that this is just like this one dude in his ship and the person he dragged, or if this is a guy who's part of the larger crew.
No, give me survival. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if they got some tracks. Ugh. Not an amazing roll. 12 total.
Yeah, it's tough to say. You notice the drag marks through the blood, that the blood comes from a couple jagged pieces of crystal where she must have scuffled with him, and the blood, though red on the map, shouldn't be. It's actually, when you look a little bit closer, more of a magenta, and Lashunta blood is magenta.
Before we head any further in, I'm going to turn to O9 and be like, all right, I haven't done this in front of you before, but this might give us the drop on these guys. So just so in case weird conversation comes up, you're my personal assistant droid, all right? Or I just found you and I'm bringing you back with me. Does that sound good?
Oh, you want me to pretend?
Yeah, because I'm going to be
I
looking
shall
like
pretend
this.
with you.
And I slap my chest and cast Disguise Self on myself. And I'm going to make my armor appear kind of the same ramshackle look that the guy I saw dragging her in was, to try and do a similar type of look. And I'm also going to change my appearance as well to be a bald guy with a wicked scar across his face.
Okay, so you're human, but you're not you.
No, yeah, I'm not me. I'm human. I look like someone else entirely.
What's his name?
Skin tone. This is Jacob.
Jacob. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent.
Jacob the Raider. Or whatever he is.
Jacob Raider.
Yeah. Raider. Jacob Raider. That's me.
Jake Raider, you know. Okay.
Everyone calls him J-Ray.
Yeah,
J-Ray.
Yeah. Rady Jakey, if you're feeling friendly.
Rady Jakey. O9, you're up.
In my best janky robotics walk, then I start taking a few steps forward. Like this? Of course, I can't make facial expressions. Like this?
Yeah, that's... I couldn't have done it better myself. And though I still think this is more of a precaution, just to they're probably not going to recognize me as a member of their crew, but it'll give us that split second to be like, ha, So let's still try to stealth. Let's try to be quiet.
Okay, give me a stealth check, guys.
Right.
Give me a stealth check. I'm looking for really high numbers because that's what's probably going to happen. So,
Yeah, well,
very off-brand, Crazy
Very.
Ike.
Very.
Oh,
I don't understand why it doesn't like my stealth button. So we're just going to roll. That is a 17 for
Okay.
Helios.
All right. You both feel confident that you are quiet. You guys can go ahead and treat this like a game board, so to speak, and move your movement until something comes into view. You guys get to this room. You don't see anything besides the blood trail. You do see these large crystalline structures. The wall is now predominantly crystal with now thin veins of sedimentary rock. It's tough to say what was mined out of here because I don't know if either of you have any sort of industrial or mining background. But
No, I think whatever. I don't have the whatever knowledge that would be. Definitely not.
okay. And you guys move through. And then right about here, give me a perception check.
21.
Magical. Look at these two.
20.
You actively hear conversation and the Rady Jakey, friends to Raiders, part-time waiter at Casa Bonita.
All building in the back of my head. I know this man.
So, you hear heavy objects being laid down and sort of scooted along what sounds like a crystalline structure. So it would sound like dragging a heavy metal object along a dinner plate. It's like a grating, almost glass-like noise. And you hear muffled conversation only because it's at the distance and the echo from the walls is making it hard to determine what they're saying. But the tone of what the two of you hear is relaxed and that things are going as planned and a complete lack of rush.
Helios, I will say, the other option is I could stay back here and provide covering fire if you should need it. That way we are both not exposed.
So, sure, that sounds great. I'm sure the jacket will take the hit.
Well,
yeah.
Were you wanting me to take the hit?
No. I'll take point.
Great.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Though I am metal, I still take damage from lasers.
I also take damage from lasers.
Yes, but you heal.
Well, I guess. We'll just talk about this later. I'm going to slip right to here and peek around this corner.
You had a fifth. What was your stealth, Helios?
My stealth was a 17.
17. Okay. You pop your head around, and just then you see the guy that dragged the girl is looking in your general direction, but not at you as he scans that mouth of the tunnel, and then keeps looking over, and you see all these metal crates. The one who sort of scans the wall, but doesn't, you don't think he clocked you. You're not
He must
certain.
be on the DM layer. I'm just going to say that because we don't see him on
I just popped him on. He's on the object layer now.
There he is. I see him now.
It's way over here.
I'm going to
Okay.
zoom out one couple clicks.
And this one is moving crates. And this one is having a conversation with a Lashunta female. And there should be an orange object. Is that there? Now it is. Yay.
Yeah, a little circular.
All right. And as it currently stands, they have not noticed you believe, Helios.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my head real back quick, but from that glance around the wall, do these look like people who normally should be working in the mine, or do these look like raiders?
They look like adventurer types. They have too many weapons on them, a lot of random gear. They look like people. They definitely don't look like they work here. They don't look like miners. They don't have mining gear. And the crates all look... Yes, the crates look extremely similar to the Agrilark model, slightly off in its design. Like when you see similar parts come from a manufacturer, but they've been slightly altered according to the design guide, the style guide of a different corporate entity, but they're essentially the same object.
O9 stop, and I just want to take a second just before I open fire on people. I don't know what the hell's going on. If I can hear a little bit better that conversation now that we're a little bit closer, try and figure out what the hell is happening here.
Look, you can make this really easy. It's not our fault. You had a stupid ass synth that decided to go poking its whatevers into these and bust up the whole job. We weren't. We were the professionals here. It was your... And then you just hear us... They didn't have to die. And you knew that. You could just let them go. We would have gone away. No. There's too many names. We had manifests. No. You know how this business works.
Helios,
your boy broke the
tell
way
me when you're
things
not
work
looking.
around here. So, this is how this is going to go. You're going to come with us, and we're going to take the ship. Thank you. Very nice. We're going to drop the squid because they're gross. She's like, you're racist. No, they're gross. And after this is all done,
their attention is, like O9 said, looking away.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna be like shaking my fingers for a second, and then as soon as I see them looking away, I'm gonna nod to him. And as I finally give one final shake, my 3 fingers here all light up with little points of light at the ends of them. And I give him
peek
a nod.
out when he says that they're all looking away and activate my combat tracking AI.
Nice.
Which one shall I target? And I ask Helios, which one would you like to die first?
You go for the one talking to her.
I'm assuming that's the one with the sword. Is that a sword or a club? That thing.
This guy.
That guy.
You go for him. I'm gonna go for the fucker who dragged her in.
Will do. On your mark.
And on my mark, I'm gonna put them together. I don't know if I could do finger guns on Twitch. I think I heard a thing once, but
yeah.
That's pretty sad.
I tried to do them, and then for Yeehaw, I even had a toy rifle that's very clearly a toy, like not even orange tip, like the whole thing's orange. And then Ogle's like, he DMs me, he's like, you really shouldn't do that. Some kid got banned for finger guns. I'm like, serious? Finger guns got banned? Woo, America.
Harsh.
In hoping we have a surprise round, I'm going to use a full round action to... well, actually, I'm not sure if I can do that as a surprise round, but if I can, I want to cast Shooting Stars, which is...
Magic missile?
It is Magic Missile, but for my class, we specifically call it Shooting Stars.
I have no idea how surprise rounds work in this game.
Yeah,
I looked it up earlier, because I do think... I don't think anybody gets, now that I think about it, I don't know if anyone gets full round actions. I have to look.
It has been
I know we don't
many
get
years.
move actions. But the surprise round...
Welcome back to Paizo.
People who are... I think anyone who's surprised gets a chance to make a quick perception check. against like a DC 15
To not
or
be
something.
flat-footed.
Aren't they considered flat-footed? Yeah. Oh, they have to be.
Well,
Gotcha.
if they get surprised, they are flat-footed, so it's -2 to their AC, and they lose. They don't get to take any action whatsoever during the surprise round.
Gotcha.
Where did I leave it? I was looking at it just earlier. It's going to be with initiative, I feel like.
J. Bruce, you should tell us the rules on surprise rounds. We are currently looking them up.
Yeah, I watched. I looked up and watched a video on them earlier. I think you can take like a standard action and a move action or something like that. Or no, a standard and a swift.
I got it. Combatants who started the battle aware can take either standard or move, but they can't take a full.
And can I, as having set up the special, can I take a full, or do I have to take a standard? If I have to take a standard, I'll just shoot my gun. But
standard,
okay, because it's not worth the cast shooting stars at anything less than a full action because it does big damage.
Pew.
All right, so I'm gonna take a pot shot then at. Actually, I'm gonna go for the same one that O9's going for. Then we're both gonna go for green, knowing that I can't take a full round action.
Okay.
All right, so kind of, I don't know what their DC is for the perception check to see if they get surprised or not.
Well, it's going to be based on.
Oh, I guess
it's going to be based on your stealth, essentially.
17.
So it was a 17 and a 13 for you two.
Yeah.
Okay, so. And I got to switch my stuffs over here. Okay. This one is red is not flat-footed. Blue seems to be caught flat-footed. As you're getting ready to fire, he seems to be just caught picking up boxes and whatnots. And green, Nat 20 notices you. Oh!
Then
he starts like loading up his gun and he cocks it.
All right, well then definitely going for blue then. So I guess wait, so they get to get added to the initiative now.
We still get our action. They're just not caught flat-footed.
Right? They're just not flat-footed.
So we still
but
both get our.
People who aren't caught flat-footed also get to act during the surprise round.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's like their benefit. They're not flat-footed and they get like an action, I think. But not a move action. But they can use that action to move if they want. But that's it. All right, so I'm going to fire at blue since he's flat-footed. Mine, it's not a full attack. Let's see how it goes. Wow, I don't know why I just rolled every single dice known to man. But
a 16 to hit, it looks like.
Laser rifle Lilith rolled a 16.
You hit the EAC.
Yeah, and I too won.
One fire damage.
According to this roll. Yay.
Thank you. Lilith the laser?
Yep, it's great. Oh! 1 fire damage.
The one who was flat-footed, it's like, we got company! And he tells the one that already know that we have company. O9, you're up too. Go ahead.
So I take my peek and shoot guy green. Green guy.
Guy green. Green guy. Go for it.
Attacks. Laser rifle. Full attack. No.
Hey!
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
8. You missed the AC.
It would have been max damage.
It would have been max damage.
Damn it.
Good for me.
Pew! All right. This guy.
I say to Helios, this is working out very swell.
Oh, great.
Red drops down to here, and he takes a duck behind that lower area. So he's got additional, he's got regular cover. So he can drop behind that. It's a slightly above, it's like that stone comes up to about his chest. It drops down like 4 feet-ish. So He drops down to there, and he's going to fire on Helios because he connected with his shot. And I'm going to make a... He does not have a rifle. He's just got a pistol. I hit a 18.
Oh, yeah. But that would hit either one.
And I do 6 points of damage.
Well, nice to know your stamina.
Blue. He is going to... He turns to green. What about the... And green's like, handle it! And so then blue takes off down the hallway. And green scooches up and drops behind that block, and he doesn't have line of sight. O9, you're up.
Do I have eyes on red?
You do. You can see him. He just has regular cover. So he has a +4 to AC.
And green is hidden behind a block, I see?
Yes, and your own wall obscures him as well.
As a move action, I shall change my target from green to red. And I will fire at him. And I roll very well with a 9.
With a 9. Oh, where are the skill check rolls?
We are
You guys
good
are
at
doing
skills.
so
We are
good.
not the
I knew
combat
it was
crew.
gonna happen.
This is the wrong crew for combat.
I knew
We are
it
the
was
pilot and the engineer.
Yep.
The pilot and the engineer.
We were not made for this. That's why we have soldiers.
Goes over his head, and it hits one of the crates, and you see you damage part of the crate. Helios, you're up.
All right. Well, this time now I can use it.
I vocalize very loudly. Come on, boys. There's plenty of them down here to hit.
Give me a, I don't know, persuasion? Bluff. Give me a bluff.
A bluff?
Is bluff back?
I've got a
bluff
bluff.
is back.
It's
Bluff is
fantastic.
back.
Would you like me to roll this?
Please do.
I will. Hey, I rolled a 15 with a -1.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. 15 with a -1. Okay. You
I've got a negative
see,
charisma.
you see them. You see green making hand motion, and red shakes it. He's like, "No," and then you see them having some sort of quick hand sign uncertainty. Helios, are you making a shot? Oh, you made your shot. So
It's my turn now, right?
It's his turn now, yes.
So I will use a full round action to cast Shooting Stars. And I'll light up the stars at the end of my fingertips, lean around the corner, and without being able to see, just when my thumb comes down on the finger guns that I can't show, all 3 stars will fire out, and I'm going to shoot. I don't know why every time I roll, literally every dice known to man rolls across the board, but I'm going to hit all 3 into red.
into red. Okay.
So,
So that's
it rolled for me. It rolled a 3 force damage, 4 force damage, 5 force damage.
Okay. That's as you see, he's like
12 total.
and he's getting ready to fire, and all of a sudden, the first star tears through his forearm, and the next 2 chest and head, and he's obliterated.
Right. I love it when I don't have to aim.
That looked awful.
I didn't see it.
I did. I was tracking him.
Well, you have to show me the replay later.
I can.
O9.
You are like some kind of shooting star, shining on forever. Somewhere with me. Well,
Okay.
I cannot
now it's
see.
my turn.
Oh, it is your turn.
Green does not have line of sight, so he's gonna move away. 2, 3, 4, 5. And with that little pathetic corner, I can't say he's got anything from that. Yeah, so he is going to fire. He's going to fire Helios.
Oh, do I have a little bit of? Do I have concealment?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You have partial cover, so you have an AC bonus of +2.
And I think concealment. If I have concealment, I get 20% mischance.
You do.
I actually didn't think. I don't know if I had concealment on that first shot either. I didn't even think about it.
You well on that one.
No, he had angle on me, didn't he?
Yeah, he had angle. So we're learning as we go here. So you don't have regular concealment here, I don't think, because there's only 2 levels of concealment. Hold on.
There's concealment and total concealment, which concealment is 20%. Yeah, total concealment's a 50%. It's like there's any line of their box with any line of my box, something type of thing, as I recall. Pathfinder. Oh, Starfinder.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Space Finder.
I had cover up in just a second. Line of sight, line of effect, similar.
Creatures between you and the source. Soft covers your buddies providing cover for you.
Yikes.
Partial, if more than half of you is visible, it's partial.
Oh, because I'm peeking around the cover, would I get partial concealment?
Yeah, we'll call it partial.
Sweet. I'll take it.
So there's no rule for partial.
Partial's 20%.
Oh, that's okay.
Total concealment's 50.
Then my DM screen is terrible. Okay. It says regular concealment's 20. It doesn't even list a partial.
I didn't see concealment mischance, varying degree. Oh, the varying degrees of concealment, the GM can decide to up or lower it based on their desire. The average is 20, the top is 50 for total. So if you feel like it's a varying level, you can go anywhere you want.
I defeat your cover, and now I got to try and hit you with an increased armor class. And let's see. I think I did. What's your EAC?
EAC is a 15.
No, sorry. It's just a regular semi-auto. So it's
my
KAC.
kinetic is a 16.
16. Nice.
Yes.
Well, he does land the hit.
With your bonus, it's a 16?
Oh, no. With my bonus, what's my bonus?
You said it's
+2.
+2.
It's an 18. I'm
Okay.
sorry. My bonus, it's an 18.
2 points of damage. Pew, pew.
Damn, you rolled well.
And now it's O9's turn.
O9 has line of sight on him?
Yeah, totally. He doesn't even have partial cover right now.
And as his move action, he will instead track him, and he will shoot him with his super efficient Asmus laser rifle. It has not failed him yet today.
Oh,
Hey, I rolled a 16 at least, and I did
when we
1.
we do 1 damage with our laser rifles.
We have been very effective.
Oh, you guys are awesome. He managed to try and duck in the last moment, and you end up grazing his neck. He grabs it. Helios, you're up.
Oh, wait, but I say, that's it, boys. They're on the run. Bring them all down.
He looks panicked. You see that Green is like, this is not cool.
I hope that is okay that I'm doing this, Helios. I don't know what I'm doing, really.
I love it. Keep it up. And then I'm going to rush over 20 feet to here drop down behind this cover. So I have some cover and concealment from him, and I'm going to pop out and try and take a shot at him with Lilith. See if I can hit.
Well, thank you, Sumu Bear.
Ugh.
Yo, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, we're rolling.
It is a full-on laser fight. It's all the pews and nothing's landing.
Nothing's landing.
We are stormtroopers.
Yep.
You are stormtroopers. The force is working against you. All right, he is going to take a shot at Helios because you are close. And why change targets when you can maybe kill one? Because you're down here, I'm going to give you...
Do I get the +4?
Yeah, you get the +4. And I'm going to give you a 30% miss chance.
Sweet.
And as you manage to duck down exactly as it goes over your head.
Amazing.
And he's like, shit! And he ducks around behind the corner. And now it is O9's turn.
Let's see. O9 should move. Let's see. I push Q. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. No. Hmm? I think so. I'm going to go there. And let's see. That is all I'm going to do. That's all I can do.
All right, Helios, you're up.
I'm going to groan in frustration and take another full round action to use my last spell slot to cast Shooting Stars again. So I just pop over this. I'm like, fuck this.
You're not getting away.
And I'm going to fire 3 stars, and 2 stars are going to zip around the corner and hit green, with the final star continuing to zip on to hit blue.
Fantastic.
So let's roll that again, see how that does. You know what? I'm just going to use my D4 because I don't fucking... These dice, damn it. So 3d4 plus 1. So the first 2 that are going at our retreating friend is 4 damage, 4 force damage on the first. And then another 4 force damage on the second. So 8 damage total. And then on the last guy, he takes 3 force damage on blue.
You hear...
He's the one I had hit.
And you hear a deep wheezing intake of breath. And then further down... Okay.
I've heard that gurgle before. Unfortunately, I think he is deceased.
Overboard.
You hear from around the corner... We've got credits. We've got a ship outside. Take it. Take the ship. We can discuss this. We can come to some sort of agreement. We're all privateers here.
Toss your weapon out.
You see a pistol go out to here.
That's happened. I'm going to take a second and quickly pop 2 mega vitamins. Shove them in my mouth.
I shall walk up and grab the pistol.
Assuming we're out of combat or out of initiative.
Is Green talking right now?
Yeah, it's Green talking. I put an X on him, but he's technically at exactly 1 hit point.
So I will walk up to him with my laser rifle trained on his face, even though I would likely miss.
You see that he is... the shooting stars are force damage. So you see that his torso is hit and his upper chest is hit, and he has a sucking lung wound that he is having a difficult time breathing.
I pick up the pistol.
What are you
Helios.
doing, man? Shut up, look. It's done, okay? It's done. I want to leave. No, bullshit. We can take these guys. I'm not taking anybody anywhere.
Sounds to me like that may be fatal.
You're outnumbered and outgunned. Just be smart.
This is just their vanguard. Don't be dumb, Bill.
Should know. Tim Star knows about this. They had a droid coming.
And then you see a gun tossed out there.
Smart lads.
And you see him sneak around the side. He's wounded, but mostly okay. And then he steps out. And the gun is right about there in front of him. Okay, right. Look. The one that green is a human. You can't tell what blue is. He's got full mask on and body armor.
I
Well,
sub-vocalize to Helios.
Mm-hmm.
Keep trained on green, and I shall retrieve that other weapon.
And pivot my position to keep a line of sight, laser rifle on these guys while he goes and picks up the weaponry.
Just go. Just go. What do you want?
Apparently, I'd like you to stay quiet for a second while I talk to this nice lady you were roughing up. Look after your friend. I look over to Blue.
Actually, is there enough room in these cages for them to climb into? What about these crates here?
Maybe. I'm gonna go over to what race did you say she was again? Lashunta?
She's Lashunta.
I'm gonna go down to her and just kind of I have my gun off to the side in the direction of them. I'm gonna reach my pocket, pull out 2 more of the vitamins. Like, this seems weird. You don't know me, I don't know you, and I'm handing you something strange, but I promise you, this is gonna make you feel a little bit better. Nothing addictive.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
She takes them.
We, my friend and I here just happened to be driving by and we saw this son of a bitch. I point out to the dead guy dragging you in and just couldn't let that stand. What happened here?
Levi, I actually don't have any bandages, but I will tear a part of my cloth off and place it on top of his chest to keep his wound from sucking so much air. I believe you're going to die before we leave. Here, maybe this will help. And I push it on his chest.
You can give him one of the pills if you feel like it, O9.
I do not, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I left it up to you.
It's my own fault. I brought him. We were hired to bring these guys here, deliver whatever cargo this was. My synth got curious. Don't open those. Do not open them.
What's that?
They're eggs.
Bug eggs.
I had no idea. We was hired to pick up this crew and their cargo, deliver them here. My synth thought look, he's relatively new. It doesn't matter. He's gone now. Once that happened, it was all over. They shot us up, tied me up, commandeered the ship. I still got a crewman, maybe, alive on it.
I thought you hired them. Why'd they turn on you?
I don't know. We're a charter. They hired us.
Oh.
I don't know who they work for.
See if you might find out what they were doing here. Unless you want me to, but I don't know, I feel like you got the face for it.
No, I'm not curious. I don't want to know. I just want them dead. They killed my friends. That's all I need. This is your show. You take it. As long as they don't walk out of here, consider yourself a ship.
Really?
For now.
Then, hearing about the ship, Helios kind of stands up, walks over to the edge of the corridor where O9 is, and looks down at Blue. Just sorry.
O9 cannot look surprised, but he jumps back.
And you obliterate both. Oh, you shoot Blue, right?
Shooting Blue because he was good. Blue was who I was going for first. The guy breathing out, he can come after.
Green sees that. He's like, okay.
I was not prepared for that, Helios.
These guys are trash. Now, if you tell me a little bit about who you're working for, I might let you go.
Hold on, let me see if he overheard what she said. Look, did you let me go? You can take our ship. I don't want it. We disabled it, so you're gonna need what Jared's got in his backpack. It's not gonna function.
Okay.
And he gestures over to the guy that you obliterated with the stars. Assuming you didn't bust it up.
That was my laser rifle I shot him with, not the stars. I didn't have any stars left, just so we're
Okay. Right. I know. I mean, the red guy that you shot with the stars.
Him.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Like, all right. You know what? Here. I'm gonna hand him one vitamin. This might help you get out of here at least. I don't have any more trouble with you. You've been very helpful. She, though, might. So I would do the best you can to eat that and get out of here. And maybe you'll survive the dust storm that's coming in. But that won't be my problem.
And he's like, okay. And then he starts to stumble
before
around.
he stands up. Actually, I will need any other weapons you may possess.
And he drops what he's got. And you guys loot.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should. Oh, my God. Low-level loot when everything's
Low-level loot? We already have 2 pistols, I know that.
You guys have 2 tactical semi-automatic pistols. And Green here had stowed a frag grenade.
Oh, God.
The semi-auto is a 1d6. And the grenade is also a 1d6. It's got an explosion diameter of 15 feet.
Now, excuse me, but may I have your name?
Yes, Skeeve.
Right, Skeeve. You let him know. Jakey Raid let you live. And his killer bot.
You are officially on our hunted list. Skeeve?
Right.
Run while you can.
Jakey Raid, let me live.
Enjoy your short time of freedom. I think I'm playing that really well. Is this working, Helios?
As he drops down and then climbs up this little rock, you hear, and his head gets blown out the front of his face from the back.
Helios does not look surprised that just happened.
And Lashunta
I look at Helios real quick.
Oh. The Lashunta walks out with a smoking barrel. But Kalina didn't let you live, Skeeve.
Nice shot. I had a feeling you might not, but...
If you were armed, why did you let them take you down here?
I had to lift. I'm not. They stowed my stuff away. I had to retrieve it.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and rummage through this backpack, and I think we might have ourselves... Ooh, shit. I'm going to start going through. Oh, I'm excited.
You've got yourselves a job
Oh.
on a ship to be clear. I worked too hard to get the Bogart. I'm not giving her up anytime soon.
Okay. The Bogart.
Yeah, I gotta go on, check to see about my crewmate. I don't suggest you stay down here for long. If you're dropping off eggs, I can't imagine what's crawling in these tunnels.
Do we, do you have demolitions? Something we should close it up if it's something nasty?
No, I mean, I don't.
You should
Hey,
know.
your spy bot outside. What database was it connected to?
It wasn't mine.
Whose was it?
I don't know. I saw the drone, but I didn't see who it belonged to.
Maybe we should take it along. You could pick it apart, see what's about.
I can. I will do that. But first, I will search our guy Blue. Blue guy here.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check for the bad guys in general.
Sure.
There is no such thing as investigation.
Search is back. It's search now, maybe?
No. There is not a search.
Perception, then.
It's probably perception. I will.
All perception.
If I can assist with that at all. Nope. Not that good.
I rolled a 12.
It's a 10.
A 12 and a 10. You
Yeah,
guys
roll.
find all three have second skin, a combat knife, and this one has the tactical semi-auto pistol. In total, you guys collect 57 small arm rounds and the single frag grenade that Green had.
57 small arm rounds for the 2 tactical semi-auto pistols. And 1 combat knife, you said?
They each have a combat knife.
So
You have
3
combat
second
knives.
skins and 3 combat knives.
I will
Correct.
definitely
What
take
about
a
any
combat
credits?
knife.
They claimed they had
Then-
credits.
They did claim they have credits. You find on them data pads and drives. Give me an engineering check to break down their gear with how their credits are allocated.
Nice. Hack the planet.
I got a 20.
All right. You managed to break down that amongst them using thumbprints and trying to decode whatever encryption you can, that from whatever accounts they have links to on their data pads, you guys managed to swipe a total of 130 credits.
Nice.
I transferred them directly to Helios's account.
Oh, you gotta give yourself a cut, buddy.
Oh, what mine is yours? What's yours is mine, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll buy you. Well, I mean, I guess not a meal, but I mean, whatever
I
you want.
still eat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll buy you.
You have seen me eat. It's through
I
my
have.
feeding tube.
Oh, that's. I try not to look, but now I know where it is.
The more you know.
Yeah. I guess I feel better about that.
Weird smells out of that tube.
Yeah.
Weird smells.
Well, I've been drifting around a lot just eating these vitamins, so a good meal sounds like a good idea.
I could share. I do have some food. I show you some gray mush powder, like junk.
Gray mush powder.
Oh man, dehydrated soup is my favorite. Ugh. They used to have this artificial lobster bisque. Oh, it was awful. Miss it. Anyways, well,
The Lashunta is she gathers up
sorry, what did she say her name was?
Kalina.
Kalina.
Kolina. Kolina.
So Kalina, the Bogart got a big enough hangar bay? We got a old beater of a speeder I've grown kind of attached to. Wouldn't mind continuing to tinker with it. Unless you got something better.
I'll take her on. Sure.
All right. I mean, she runs. Barely. She runs. O9, he knows what he's doing. Best mechanic I've ever had, and that's saying something.
Oh, well,
If it
thank you.
weren't for the two of you, I really don't want to think about where I'd probably end up. But some sort of fight worse than death. So, yeah, you can put your speeder in my ship. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, bring it around the back.
And so with that, she walks out, taking deep breaths, and you see her dropping this steely resolve, going around the corner and starting to get wistful, and then she tries to make it so you can't see her. And she goes up, starts climbing up the stairs. What do you guys do?
Helios, what do you think are really in these crates?
Look, I've never had to get too up close and personal.
This one is damaged. It's got it took laser fire, so you guys can see through a hole in it.
I never had to go up close and personal on a bug hunt. I was usually dropping off the poor sons of bitches who were doing it, or just doing a strafe and run. If it's that, I'd rather not be here when those things hatch. Though I don't really feel keen.
O9, you peek in and you can see that currently in a. Let me see where I listed it as. No, not that, not that, not that, not that. Maybe I didn't write it down like a big dumb. Yeah, I'm a big dumb. All right, you can see that in this is a teal colored foam. And through some of it, you can see the red surface of a organic, slightly viscous covered sphere. You're familiar with the foam. It's a medical and aesthetic expanding foam.
Tell me, how do these crates open?
I don't know.
I will observe. How do these crates open?
It's pretty easy, actually. I mean, you just find like a data pad with standard
large hinged door.
Simple, you see that they have a simple lock, and they are all set on a timer, but you can violate that if you choose to. They also appear to have some sort of process running right now. There is power in them, and you're not entirely certain what the power is from or connected to.
Can I hack the computers to attempt to find out what process they are running?
Yeah, go for it.
While he is doing this, can I take the 10 minutes necessary to, spend a resolve point and get my stamina back?
Yep.
Is that how it works?
It's a -5 difficulty on that, but I only rolled a 13.
So that's technically a 18?
Technically an 18, yes.
Okay. I'll always need to know that because I'll never remember.
Okay.
You realize that there is a battery in the base compartment. The battery's life is approximately a week, and it's running a very low charge to essentially redistribute more of this anesthetic foam until a timer runs out, and then it'll allow it to naturally degrade on its own and then unlock the crate and open it.
This is on a timer. In approximately 1 week, these crates will all open. All of the eggs are under anesthesia currently.
Does the system know what these things are?
Let me keep looking.
The system understands that they're biologicals, and it is attempting to read a core temperature and bioelectric signature. You also find a failsafe built in that if the core temperature plummets and the bioelectric signal dies down completely, to conserve battery power and just shut down.
So there's just a little bit of an opening to see these eggs?
Well, there's one damaged
one
crate
yes.
that took like rifle fire, and you're basically looking at like a broken shard of metal to look inside.
Okay. With any kind of like old briefing knowledge I might have had about what bug eggs look like, does what little I can see resemble what I would think to be a bug egg?
You've seen bug eggs. Many have. And these are bug eggs. Now, give me a... I think there's a life science skill.
Life science, yeah.
Give me a life science skill. And depending upon how well you roll, depends on what you can glean from looking at this particular egg.
Is there an assist in this game?
Yes. To assist...
There's a +2.
Yeah, you have to like make... It's either DC 10 or DC 15. I can't remember what. Probably DC 10. But you have to make a check with that skill, and if you succeed the DC of that check, you give the person making the skill a +2.
I rolled a 13. Is that enough?
Yep.
All right, so I get a +2. That's great. That's a 19.
All right, you're looking, and you mess with your visor and your goggles. You switch to infrared a little bit. You magnify what you can see, and what you can figure out from the gestating pupa inside that egg, based on its mandibles and its forelimbs. This is definitely not a drone. Drones are small. They're about the size of a bulldog. And but you're not entirely certain this is one of the larger bipeds, sometimes called spikers or stingers. This is probably a crawler. They're quadrupeds with powerful mandibles, and famously, they can pretty much stick to any surface, and they're extremely fast.
No, these are the nasty ones. These aren't just your regular run-of-the-mill drone types. These things crawl all over.
Drones are a worker caste, and drones are part of the larger dialogue regarding Sheeran in the system. Sheeran famously, according to the Planetary Union, defected and provided essential intel to stopping the bugs. However, a mature drone, late in its life cycle, can mutate into a biped, and that's what Sheeran are. So then the question is, should the other drones be saved? And most everybody's like, hell no.
Yeah, where do you even begin that conversation?
Yeah. And drones are still everywhere because every pocket of bugs relies upon them because they're the workhorse. They're also extremely expendable.
Well, I think we know why the corpos were eyeing this place. It's a pretty valuable cache of bugs. And I don't know what they would do with it. I don't think this single grenade is going to be enough to torch this place. So,
well, I was thinking we had a few options. The first one is I could manipulate the timer so that the doors do not open when the medicine fails, or we could go to the ship and perhaps find a torch, and I could just weld all the doors shut.
I like the hacking one. That leaves a lot of physical evidence out of here, because my suggestion was we get in that ship and talk clean into nuking this place from orbit. I felt like it was the only way to be sure. But
Well, I did not realize that was an option.
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of gun she has on that thing, so I was kind of just hoping. But
We asked if she had a way to collapse the cave, and she said no. I just assumed she was unarmed.
Oh, well, maybe she is. That could be true. It could be personal vessel. Maybe she doesn't got any arms in that thing. But I like the idea of making the medicine, whatever's keeping these things alive, fail. It's clean. It's easy. They could see a fight happen in here. Maybe there was just some technological mishap. What happened? I like it. And it fucks over the corpos.
Oh, yes. Yes, down with them.
It's going to take you longer to do that than to weld it all? I mean, I'll help you with the welding, but I welded a few bulkheads.
I don't think so. It would be equal time spent, I think. We can hack if you would like to hack. I shall start on this one in front of me.
Okay. Just a hacking.
So, in essence, you can... I'm just going to assume you're going to take 10 on all these. So, taking 10, you command them to remain locked and shut down. At which point, all of them, you disable the locking mechanism, so these should stay sealed. You're not certain how strong the pupa will be when it busts out, if it can, but it doesn't take that long for you to do this either.
Yeah.
And while just the quick time he's doing that, can I just peek down the end of this hallway? Is this a shut door over here?
It's a built-in blast wall. It's not part of the original mine. You can tell that this thing is a lot like the egress outside. It's like an expandable wall that when you place it will then fit whatever opening surrounds it.
Oh, damn.
And what's up?
So there's like not a door even. It's just like it's a built-in wall that just like is here now.
Right. But you do notice that there's a data pad on it. So you can't access whatever this thing is.
O9 looks like they were blocking off whichever they were running back here to go get.
Well, would you like to explore further? They had mentioned something about there being bugs back there.
If there's more bugs, more eggs, they were going for more of these crates, probably. Let's just,
If it's barricaded close, I'd leave it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do just that. I'm going to walk on back. I mean...
Time spent with you has proven we are not the best soldiers.
No. I did not... I got basic rifle training, but...
At least you got training.
True. But you pick up real quick.
Thank you. Well, these crates are sealed the best we can do, unless we want to weld the door shut as well. But if you want no tracks left, this is the best I can do.
The blast door's interface had a small screen touchpad set up. That was like a eye level-ish.
Would you like me to attempt to shut off the gate?
Oh, no. Let's, as handy as it would be to have something like that in our back pocket to use, I think it's probably better to... I mean, I guess these things will just burrow out when they hatch.
Are you checking out the blast door, guys?
I just went to check out the blast door once I saw there was a data pad and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, computers. And
okay.
Computers. I walked away. I was like, yeah, I don't want to. If there's bugs behind there, which there probably are.
O9, you're done with the crates. If you're going to look at the door, just let me know, because...
if he said he did not want us to look at the door, we will not look at the door.
I'm fine.
All I'm saying is, I can already tell with this game, who's touching what technology when is going to be endlessly confusing. So I just want to be clear.
Yeah. Roger.
Yeah. I will keep the general operating rule of try not to touch any of the buttons unless I really want to. And then I'll tell you. Because... Well,
I believe that is the best we can do down here. If nothing else, we will reroute. We will secure. I can't even say that word. Oh, was I shot tonight?
Circumvent?
Yes. Circumseed. Anyway, the Dayquil is kicking in. I shall leave now.
Yeah, sorry, you might have.
It's kicking in.
Did you pop too many of those mega vitamins? You got to watch that.
I think I may have.
All right, well, I'm going to go bring the speeder around and then just make sure Kalena's doing okay. I can be up there to take a look at her wounds in a second.
You guys go up and you can see she is not outside. But you do see that the ship is powered up. Engines are not on, but it does see that systems are on and running.
I look for my little baseball friend.
You find it. It's still flying.
I do the same trick. Can you hold my ladder, please?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, this went great last time.
And I climb up the ladder, and I grab him, and I will roll again.
Hi, Malice.
That did not work. Yes, it did. I rolled a 19.
Yes, he is.
Nice. Clint is a robot.
I am a robot. So,
okay. Go ahead.
I was looking. I apologize. I'm trying to read. I'm so sorry.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of trying to read as we do the beginning of this game and learn all the rules, get the hang of things. Hopefully not get our ass shot off by a laser again.
Trying to find the thing for my robotics skill. For my roboticists.
I will go ahead and pick up Millie and tool her around. Come on, girl. Do it.
Yeah.
All right. Kick the tunes on.
You got the touch. Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Okay.
You pull around, and then the front end of the Bogart opens, kind of like with a giant drop gate, kind of like a bullfrog, except very red. And the Bogart is an asymmetric, odd-looking ship, and it's pretty big for a medium-sized ship, and relatively lots of weird round edges to it. You were saying something, Clint?
Sorry, I finally found it. It says, I can easily identify what machine's functions are and have an easier time attempting to access internal programming of mechanized life forms. So the DC is reduced by 5. So technically, that roll of a 19 is a 24.
Of course it is.
Which grants me root access, correct?
Yes. This is a GR8T. That's the name of the company, a Greatco monitor bot. It is not sentient, and its functionality is so limited, this thing cannot house an AI. It would require severe modification to do so, and even if you did, the potential shifting to weight might make it no longer airborne. So if you intend to wake this thing up, it'll be a whole pet project.
I do not. I intend to actually, I want to find and track where it's sending or where it would send its communications to once it notices movement. I just want to know what the addresses are.
The pings were going to data pads back in the mine. When you bring it down and cross-check, blue and green each had a data pad, which is essentially a smartphone.
It would be like the personal comm unit?
Yes, the personal comm unit.
I take both of those. Those are 7 credits.
Green's was in his pocket, and blue had a wrist mount built into the gauntlet of his armor.
Yeah, maybe we can give somebody one of those who didn't have any money left over or something.
Right. Well, it seems as though this communication device was only going to these two.
Well,
I wonder. What is the battery capacity and frequency range of this little bot? How long could it run, and how far of a signal would it be able to send?
It can run for up to 4 hours, and it can Its signal, however, goes relatively far for a short range. It is a short range signal, though.
Okay.
Its signal extends 15-ish miles.
Pretty nice.
I was hoping to have eyes on this cave. If in fact they broke out of those cages, we'd at least know. We could warn maybe some of the places nearby, but
She never mentioned why her synth got so upset seeing the eggs. Maybe we could find a little bit more about what this whole place is about.
we could. Is there a way to rig up an antenna and maybe amplify this bot's range? Maybe we could just drop off one of these data pads in a nearby place. Say, hey, keep an eye on this cave. You may die.
It's not a terrible idea to tell the local town there's a bug cave out here. Let it be somebody else's problem.
Well, especially if we're flying away on this new ship, which is interesting looking.
I really kind of like it, actually.
It's very red.
Yeah,
Red.
it's weird. Anyways, though, maybe we could just shoot off a comm message, a little anonymous something or other, just like, hey, might have a bug event here soon if you don't come and burn the place out or collapse it.
I like that idea. Is there enough scrap metal for me to quickly wire up an antenna?
Yes, there's enough scrap metal. Quickly. So give me an engineering.
Just thinking about that, once we're kind of starting to collect things up on the ship, and she said she had another team member.
Amazing.
25.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not only are you lucky, but you're also skilled. You managed to find something you've managed to find a very thin rod that was part of the interior of the prefab egress that was meant to hold up like part of the structure of the wall. And you just remove this smaller rod and then retrofit it so it'll fit into and then expand the signal into its port. And though this guy is relatively fragile, you get a great connection. You manage to amplify the signal, so instead of being 15 miles, it ends up being 100.
I think that will reach the nearest village, don't you?
I think so. And while he's doing this, because I completely forgot this is a thing, because I was thinking futuristic stuff, but it's sort of that, I'm going to cast Detect Magic. Just see if anything down here is magical. Because
is it called Detect Technology? Magic. Is it magic? Is it?
It's legit. Yeah. It's Detect Magic.
Nice.
The spell casting is this really weird mix of it's still fantasy, but some of it's interesting.
I'm curious about the wording. Is Detect Magic still just Detect Magic, or does it?
This is exactly as it's worded from the book.
Items, objects, as well as hybrid items. Okay.
I like that hybrid items is even a thing. That's cool.
It is. There's hybrid magical and technological items.
Okay, you do not notice anything overtly magical in the room. You do notice that the longer you spend time in it, that the crystals themselves have a very low-grade magical resonance, in that they collect ambient magic over a very long period of time. So after you've been staring for a while, like a solid 5 minutes, in the sense like when you would watch clouds move, and you don't notice it at first, but you have to really stare to notice any change. You do see that tiny motes of magical energy ambient in Rablin, as most planets have the slightest pull towards crystals in here. So it's like watching dust through a shaft of light in your home, except instead of falling slowly down, they're slowly gravitating towards all the crystalline structures. And you notice that beyond the blast door, there is a stronger magical aura, but you can't really see its shape, except that you know beyond that door is something. It is, it appears to be a transmutation school with a little bit of enchantment.
I think these crystals might be doing something to the eggs down here. Maybe that's why the Corpos were interested in the whole place. Something magic about these things, or I don't know if they slowly collect it or what. And I'm gonna like ting one of the crystals.
Levi, can you pull up the map with just me and Helios on it? That zoomed in picture? Thank you.
Magical eggs are my lifeblood.
Well, that is one thing I do not understand.
Yeah, in my experience, which is pretty limited, I'm going to be honest, more of that on the other side of the door doesn't exactly make me feel even more eager to see what's on there. And in fact, maybe we should just very much leave that door shut and tell people about this place as a place to steer clear of or collapse in.
I agree. And Levi, how is that for foreshadowing? Because my character actually has a softball-sized bot in his hand.
Yeah, he does. Amazing. I didn't even plan that.
Oh, that's
amazing.
I just noticed that. So to conserve battery power, I'm going to place him such that he is simply a stationary security camera. So
Nice.
No longer will he be hovering in an attempt to increase his battery life. So we may watch these things actually hatch.
Nice.
I will leave it connected to a data pad. And
Sure.
we will simply just drop off one of those data pads to the nearest village when it comes time for us to do that.
Okay. What else do you guys want to do? What do you want to do next? What are you doing?
If everything down here is set, and I would get the speeder load up onto the ship, and then checked with Kalina, and if her other crewmate isn't injured, if she will let me, I'll go up to her and ask her if I can take a look at her injuries, and I will spend the 10 minutes necessary to cast Healing Touch and heal her for 5 more hit points. Assuming she's not in a worse state than whatever her crewmate had left was.
When you walk aboard, you see a dead Isoki has been set up on a cot, a dead female Kasatha, and you see a neon pink synth, very bought, like all hard edges, very skinny, and it's missing its upper arm, and it looks like it took a full range of auto fire to the chest, right through its core. So its core processor is missing. It's been destroyed. It's now just a dead frame. And it's on the ground. In next to what looks like a wall port that had little items put around next to it. So like the vertical equivalent of a bed. And then that is to the left when you walk in. The crew quarters are right there. But Kalina is not there. She is up on the second deck past the loading bay area where Millie is. And you can see she is up next to glass tubing that is running vertical and then along the ceiling. And she has a whole section of it removed and sealed off, and she's chipping away at something that's been clogged inside of it. And when I say glass tubing, this glass tube is 3 feet in diameter.
Thanks for having us aboard, Kalina. I was gonna see if God damn, sorry about your crew too. You said you You still injured, or is your friend? Is he okay?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, we got guests. Yeah, do you mind coming up? At least, making yourself known. I don't know if they've ever met. Thanks, Wit. Gentlemen, this is Wit, and she's pointing up at the ceiling, and you see sliding down the tube a Teb. If you've never met a Teb before, actually neither of you have met a Teb before. You've heard of them. They look like if a squid or an octopus, it's tough to tell subraces, has shorter tentacles out what you guys are familiar with, and then out of its head, much longer tentacles. So out of opposite ends. And it slides along the glass tube where the section's been removed and sealed off. And then you see a tentacle hit like a tiny little comm.
Hey guys, thanks for this. I appreciate it. It's a tough day, but if it weren't for you guys, I'd probably be dead. So thanks.
Welcome. I'm Helios. My buddy's out doing some of the drone work there. It's O9. You injured at all, sir?
No, just had to clear the pipe sections. They trapped me inside my own transit. I'm the pilot. Did we get that gel core back? Because without that...
Yeah, they had it on them. I brought it aboard.
Great, that's fantastic. This is a shit job. What exactly happened again?
It wasn't our fault. It's JHRD.
Oh. Why?
He was saying it was weird we were getting paid so much for cargo. He wanted to know why. He was worried it wasn't on the up and up. And, of course, he wasn't wrong. But normally we don't ask questions, and here we are. I'm not going to say JH did anything wrong. I don't want to drop monsters off in a cave. Certainly not close to a town. But
they were having you drop those things off here?
Yeah.
You brought them.
They loaded up all the crates. Then they unloaded them. We picked them up outside of Kemmer. And we brought them all the way from Kemmer to here. Dropped off the crates. That's when JH got curious. And that's when everything fell apart.
Well, if you ain't getting that pay anymore.
Well, we've been paid half. So it is what it is.
How do you feel about just leaving those crates there then, given they are so close to the town? Because
I think it's something that, to be fair, we need to work out with whoever's in charge of the colony.
So
we tell them what's going on. After that, we can work out a plan.
My friend O9 here was thinking of setting up some little system. Maybe the colony could keep an eye on things down here. If it got out of hand, they could take care of it. He's good with it. And you though, you still what are her wounds consisted of, by the way?
It's mostly like it's 2 gunshots and then a lot of like hand to hand. She's got bruises and cuts.
Now, I can appreciate the rest of them being stubborn as a mule about this thing, but you mind sitting down for 10 minutes and let me take a look at that? Getting you fixed up some?
Fine, but try and get it quick because we got a lot to do, and I'm not going to leave him like this, and I'm not going to bury him here.
I respect that. Trust me, this is going to be the quickest you've ever had. I'm going to give her a wink and then wait for a second as I realize how that came out of my mouth, shrug for myself, and then my hands start to glow.
I don't
as
think you
place
meant
them
what
on
you
her.
just said.
Yeah,
as I
no,
walk on the ship.
Don't even. Oh, God damn it. One of these days. All right, and then I will spend 10 minutes using my healing touch ability once a day
Nice.
to heal her for 10 hit points.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry, 5 hit points.
that's fantastic.
I managed to increase the range of our camera here by about 1,000 kilometers. That should reach the nearest village, and it's connected to this data pad. So as soon as those eggs hatch, which I believe will be in a few hours, according to the medicine records, the city will know.
But you hack those things so they won't open properly.
Well, the
for 'em,
cages
right?
will not lock, but like I said, will not unlock. But I don't know if the creatures inside will be strong enough to rip them open. That's why I was suggesting maybe we could weld the doors, but that's fine.
We can try that if you want. We could either weld the doors, or I don't know if the Bogart here has any guns on it. But
Do you have a rail gun?
We don't.
Hmm.
We got limited guns. We're mostly transport. I don't try and avoid firefights as much as I can. She's tough, but she's not much for a shooting. I do have 2 guns, starboard and port, but I try and avoid conflict whenever possible. It's easier that way.
Well, the sooner we can get to the village and let them know, the better off they will be.
yeah, they can send someone out here to take care of it proper. We don't have the resources to do it.
Agreed.
I gotta clear this tube. Otherwise, Wit can't even get to the deck. So,
Is there something I can help you with?
I could.
please.
Oh.
And she hands you this 3-foot in diameter chunk of Wit's transit pipes. And you can see it's been filled with Cliffman brand Instaseal.
In the meantime, Helios has been one of the most outstanding pilots on that speeder. Perhaps he could help us.
Yeah, I could. If you're in a hurry, get us back to town right now.
And you see dropping down just inside the ceiling, eyes.
Look, hey, and hold on, wait. Actually, I shouldn't do that. Oh yeah, I totally noticed that. It's like, no offense. I mean, your ship, you're behind the con the second that thing gets cleared. But if it's that's what's holding us up, I'm just saying I could just
The eyes slide away.
quick hop right over to town. Just put it into the port, and I'll just walk away.
Don't mind him. He's a nosy Nelly. All right,
Like-
so
I get it. No, trust me, I wouldn't want anyone on my controls either. I get it.
combined, you guys clear the seal. You go ahead and take to the comms. The Bogart is very piecemeal. You can tell when you get to the main deck, half this room is a giant seawater tank that's walled off by glass with all the piloting controls in brine. And then the other half is the co-pilots with her comms and everything else. You can pilot the ship, but you do notice that like some of the key systems, like the hyperdrive and things like that, and the drift gate stuff, that's all on Wit's side.
I'm not even mad. I'm just nerding out about this setup. This is awesome.
As you guys are moving through, you notice that transit tubes are in every part of the ship. So there's always a 3-foot tube of water somewhere.
Man, I gotta think about a little compartment. Nobody get to my controls. That's nice. I'm gonna settle down in the co-pilot seat, do a little bit of a shimmy, just get a sense of how it feels.
Crack.
Yep.
With all the systems on, based on all of the information in front of you, mapping and all your vectors, that the colony of Cynthia is only about 20 miles away. It's relatively close. And you can either choose to take the whole Bogart or just the speeder. It's whichever way you guys want to approach.
It depends on if they need the Bogart to stay here. Well, I know she said you want to take care of the bodies, but she didn't want to bury them here. So just whenever she's ready to leave.
She comes aboard. Making yourself comfortable?
Oh, just kind of getting the hang of things.
No.
I'm a little bit of a nerd.
Go ahead. You've earned it.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So, Helios, let's go see the neighbors.
Okay. I really am looking forward to seeing how these things sound when I turn them on. I'm going to hit the engines just to fire them up. That's what I like. Oh, do you have a PA system in here?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm going to pull out my personal communicator, plug it into the socket, put on my playlist, and some hard rock music starts pumping over as I start to... Oh, it's been a while.
Right. What song is it?
This is the... Oh, God. That's going to be a Star Wars reference. That's fine. It's the Sabbac of Spades.
Sabbac of Spades. That's going to be... by Wild Hand.
Wild Hand, great.
Wild Hand is now considered like a classic star rock band.
Star rock, love it, perfect.
It's generally considered culturally like the rock that your grandpa listened to when the idea of like deep space travel was novel and fun and new and not boring waiting around for a ship to carry you from point A to point B. Weather's balmy, negative 18 Kelvin.
Yeah.
No, it's Sabbac of
Helios.
Spades, man.
Helios, when you fired up those engines, I believe you might have a small blip at about 3/4 throttle if you intend to go that high. I hear a ringing that probably I could fix if needed. Do you mind if I take a look?
Yeah. No. Yes. Look, please. Any little bit of power you can squeeze out of this thing.
A ringing?
Yes, it's very distinct. Do you hear it?
I mean, I don't hear anything. But I just trusted the O9's got a sense.
I told him. Then all of a sudden you hear go, yeah, I told him. And then you see.
I know, and I sided with you that day.
You did not.
Look, we're talking about a guy that gave his life on the job. We're going to let this go.
Yeah, but he was an idiot who gave his life on the... Look, fine. My engineer said he fixed that.
I'm afraid it's not fixed. I still hear it.
Then you
It's
see
just an efficiency thing.
into the full tank, and you can see little chunks of the Insta-Steel float in with him that are now broken.
Oh, God, this is going to be... Hold on, I got to clean this up.
Yeah, get your house in order.
He's looking up. Hey!
No, I meant that in like a positive way. Like, hell yeah, do it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Undisputed. Much appreciated.
Thank you for the follow, Undisputed. So, everybody gets situated, and you see Wit starts cleaning everything up, and you see he starts flipping a bunch of switches, and at this point, you now have full thrusters.
Nice.
All right, new guy, don't fuck it up.
Thing I always like to say to myself before every trip, and that is a 24 piloting check.
Glorious. and then it's and it starts to move. You hear faintly from inside the tank.
Shit.
Ooh, this thing's got a weight to her. I like it. Usually, thing's a little bit smaller.
So, as Cynthia comes into view, she is a collection of prefab huts and some that appear to be made out of scrap and stone. You can definitely see the scars of the bug war are very real all over this colony. Many of the buildings have tear marks and shreds, and a full third of them are still demolished and are being rebuilt. You see the colony is predominantly human and a lot of Isoki, with a couple individuals here and there. And when you guys pull in, you see there is 3 businesses after you guys dock in the open space beyond the edge of the colony, pretty safe distance to land a ship without disturbing anybody. You see out here, there are 2 considerably smaller ships than you and a bunch of speeders around, about 12 different speeders, all of which have drivers just chilling out by them, waiting like a taxi for anybody who wants a ride somewhere. And there is a Panacorp pod, which is the only prefab that doesn't look like the rest. It looks like a white version of a green Monopoly house with a very pointy spire. And then it says very clearly on the front, Panacorp. And then underneath it says, "Together we thrive." And you see a sign hung on a larger metal building that says Cynthia Core Co-op. You see a restaurant that says Ladles, and a doctor's office. You guys have landed.
Well, I'm not sure where the proper authorities are, but we could drop off this sensor where it needs to be, let the town know. They, judging by the scar, and they've got their experiences with the bugs, so they should know what to do with a little bit of a nest nearby.
I would hope so. I check the connection real quick. I pull out the data pad to make sure that I have view. Signal still good?
The signal is good. It fuzzes in and out a little bit as you see that now there is a dust storm that is starting to roll in, or at least the early remnants of it. And it does have mild radiation background that's screwing up the signal a little, but that's typical for the larger planets.
This is still functioning well. Yes, let's see. Perhaps one of the shop owners would know who best to turn this into.
Or, Cleena, have you been in town recently? You know who we would drop?
Oh, no, I've never been to Cynthia before. I've been around Rablin and what's not, but, I mean, I'm sorry to say, all these colonies are alike. I can say that there's... I can say I'm not a fan, but whenever Panacorp is around, they've done their homework. I mean, they're Panacorp for a reason. If you can get past the message. But just let them know, whoever's in charge. Once we find out, let me check. What do we have for records?
Is that my job now?
Yeah, I'm the captain. So, if you're pilot, then you're also comms. Because, you know, we're all wearing many hats now.
Fine. Okay, that's fair.
You see, he starts punching buttons.
Seems that the de facto Well, the majority of land claims in the area are for the Siena Coil Co-op, so that's going to be at least what everything's registered to. The whole town. About 50 kilometers in any direction. All of it notarized Planetary Union pre-Bug War.
Hey there.
All right. Well,
I guess we're talking to a co-op.
we'll find out who's running the co-op. Let them know we saw some nasty-looking guys dragging some crates into that mine.
He's making that up.
Found some bug eggs they were trying to smuggle in, and we don't have the means to deal with that, so we'll just let the town handle it.
Agreed.
Good Samaritans, out of concern, set up a little sensor for them to check out, so guess we'll handle that.
You guys walk into the co-op, and inside you see there's a couple people perusing shelves of various gear. Hold on. All this is listed. Oh, you guys didn't see that, did you?
We did not.
Yep. And now you will.
Oh.
All that is listed out and on shelves. And in addition, there's a raised shelf, like a podium off to the side. And you can see an Isoki is tending to a lot of actual books, like ledgers, not a computer.
Excuse me,
Welcome.
sir. Nice to see you. Well, to let you know, my friend and I here were part of a group of travelers coming into your town. We noticed some folks dropping off something we didn't know quite what to a mine nearby your about 20 miles out of town. We're looking for someone to drop off some evidence to. It looked like these guys were smuggling in some bug eggs. O9, you mind bringing up that feed
Whoa.
we got?
Whoa.
Yeah, no, we didn't know what to
Absolutely.
do with it. We were staying clear of it. We wanted to let you
hold
know
on.
it was close to town.
No, I do appreciate this. Let me get hold on. I gotta get the boss man.
Right here.
Thank you. Please stay. Please. Here. And then he tosses you guys a couple coupons for free drinks at Ladles.
Oh,
And then
thanks. Here for your food tube.
you hear it coming out of the back.
Agreed.
And you see a hand comes up on the countertop that looks to be made out of 3 large scissor blades in a very janky piecemeal cybernetic arm that covers like part of the upper torso of an old Isoki. Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm
My boy said that you guys come from the mine. And you
did.
done found some nefarious, some people dropping off them bug eggs in the mine?
yeah, we don't know what was happening there, and we don't know how to really properly deal with bugs, but my friend,
Here, I shall
He's,
show you. I pull up the
great
data
with
pad.
drones and sensors.
Here you
Got a
go.
little camera set up in there.
Oh, thank you, man.
He takes
I
in
set
the
up a camera.
non-scissor hand.
Now,
Now, I believe those are set for around a few hours from now. The timers will release the medicine, and those eggs will begin to hatch.
You boys want a job?
If it is to destroy those eggs, no.
Oh,
we
Yeah,
thought maybe we would have destroyed them right then and there. I mean, bug eggs ain't no good this close to town, but we didn't have any kind of munitions to take them out.
I've been having a problem with the bugs for quite some time. We don't come back here to retake what was ours. My name's Snip. And I done just hired a bunch of boys go down there, open contract, a full 400 credits for each, willing to clean out the mine. Because we've been having bug trouble there ever since we come back. But I didn't know mine was being seeded. You boys brought me something real special. Well, how can I compensate you boys? You can't be walking into my business and giving me something. I give you nothing in return.
Well, we appreciate the drink coupons, but maybe a little bit of a
Drink coupons?
Oh, it's your very kind employee just handed that to us while we were waiting. Very, very courteous. But thinking maybe a finder's fee, perhaps, or these other three fellas you sent out. You sent them out to this mine?
Oh yeah, they've been gone the better part of a day.
You might want to cancel that contract because they think they were doing the exact opposite of what you wanted them to be doing.
Well, I don't know about that right now. I mean, I watched most of it up on them hollow thing.
Oh, all right. Maybe we're talking about two different sets of three fellas. Misshapen armor, big guys. One was wearing a mask. Different group.
Oh yeah. Oh,
where's
That's
the
good, because we killed the other three.
That's true. They opened fired on us when we caught them planting the bugs.
So I'm glad it was not your crew.
We didn't have a choice. Why don't you let us Levi, the mine that we're talking about, where it's 20 miles southwest of the city, or where was it? South. So there's probably a few mines around here. I know these parts are all looked at by the corpse, but this was a mine 20 miles south. It's a different mine than the one you just sent those three boys you sent out to?
well, hold on now.
And he pulls out a paper map and spreads it all out, and it smells terrible.
Hell is
I
that?
don't
Guys, it
smell
actually
it.
smells like paper. Ugh.
That is.
And then you see the younger Isoki's just rolling his eyes.
He's like, you stop it now. Paper ain't the future, boy. You gonna learn.
Reliable.
All right here. You see,
And he points to where the mine is, and the mine he's pointing at is connected to the same rock formation, but it's not the same location where you were.
And maybe we do want to take that job because I think you got three boys out there who might need a little bit of warning.
oh, well, maybe. And I'll toss in a bonus if you can find my bunk.
Bunk?
And we're going to stop there.
Your bunk?
A bunk? Is that like a sleeping mattress?
And that is where we're going to pick up next time. The next time, everybody, is going to be after the holidays. We all need to get past this. So once we're done with Christmas, I'll be talking to the guys about when they can play. I think I tossed up a bunch of dates, but they're all after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, everybody, for sticking around and watching. We really appreciate it. And we will finally have both sides meeting next game.
Woo!
Can't wait.
And the best part is you guys did call it. You got the ship.
We did what?
We did what?
You got the ship.
We got the ship.
We got the
Of
ship.
course we did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guys didn't get, the other guys didn't get the ship.
We're the ones that run the
the
ship.
engineer. We get the ship.
So as far as I'm concerned, here's the best part. You two, if the show gets uploaded, can actually watch last episode because technically Dax Shots and the Exterminator streamed it on the Hollow stream on Dax's show High Ordnance. So you can actually watch it as it aired. They have no idea what you did, but you can actually find out what they did because it's kind of public knowledge if you tune
Funny.
in.
That's
Funny. So we could be like sitting at the bar and watching it.
We
Then.
could watch the replays. We're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
help these guys out.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Totally.
okay.
Yeah. So,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Live
So
stream.
that's it. New game. Who dis?
Whew.
Ooh, that was
That's
fun.
gonna be fun,
we
though.
never. I had my D12 and D10 ready to go. They didn't come up.
Oh, we never did that.
Yeah, what we're going to do is that is going to be actually kind of like Yeehaw, but taking it seriously. I realized, and I talked to Clint about this vaguely. In a modern game, more so, I think, is the idea of salvaging literally everything you see, like Fallout 4. So I will have full-on salvage tables, and the D12 and D10 were for the 120 item table I have opened on the screen over here.
Nice.
And I have to mod that too, because all the ones on that table are actually pretty good. So I'll have a garbage scrap table with the potential on a good roll of goodness. So
Very cool.
that'll be
very cool. That was
Awesome.
fun.
Can't wait.
We
That
are
was a lot of fun.
definitely the worst soldiers. We are skilled
Yeah.
monsters.
wow.
Anything
that
out of combat, and we're like,
entirely
man,
misled me too.
Yeah.
Out of combat, we were doing great. So we
We're
got into
beasts.
combat. Woo, 1 damage. I was like, all right, time to do the level 1 wizard thing and just magic missile everything.
Yeah.
at least we know our
Awesome.
roles. Like,
Yeah.
get us into anything other than combat, and like that's where we shine. And
What's
then put
hilarious,
us in
I
there, and
do-
we're like, take it away, you guys.
You guys are squishy CIA agents, what Gangrish just said.
Both of my freaking level 1 feats were to make me better with that rifle, and
Nice.
They did not help on this game.
Yeah, like my
You guys
combat tracking. My combat tracking gives me full base attack bonus, and like
Oh,
nothing. I didn't hit a single shot. Like,
well, I mean, at this level, it's only a +1.
yeah.
So next time we'll come back. It'll be the full party, and you guys can come in with the ship knowing who they are, and they don't know who the hell you guys are. It's gonna be awesome.
We're the crew of the Bogart. Who are you guys?
Who are you guys? Bunch of assholes.
We don't want you. Never mind. We're gonna go off.
Me co-pilot, soon to be pilot. Soon as I figure out how to live in a tank.
Yeah. Maybe we watch the show and decide we don't want them on our crew. What would happen then?
I would have to run 2 games. I really don't.
Never mind. We're just gonna sail the stars. Good luck, guys, on that planet.
Yeah.
The Bogart's ours.
We got the ship. What do you guys got? Nothing cool.
Like, man, that bug hunt. For watching them handle that, I don't know. It's like, we did a smart thing. You don't open those doors. You don't let them in. No. See what happens.
Okay. Clint's managed to keep it together despite probably feeling like a dead man this entire time. So
Yeah.
let him go.
Yep.
And it's almost 1. So
It's almost 1 o'clock.
Thank you so much,
have a nice
everybody.
night, everybody. Thanks for coming
everyone.
out. And
Appreciate it.
thanks for joining us for our new game. Take care.
Night all.